Hey, welcome to Lugnut TV. Tonight, Bump and Run Series is off. This is a special one-night event to drive to stop diabetes. Tonight's race, we have the Xfinity cars at Auto Club. Should be a great race. 100 laps around this 2-mile facility. Of course, joining me in the booth, we have Brian Tribble.
Hey, Bob, how's it going, man?
Hey, it's going well. Drivers are just making their final preparations and getting in the cars, getting ready to roll off on the first pace lap, first of one pace laps.
Hey, Bob, we better knock out our Star Spangled Banner here.
Yes, it's Celebrate America and tell North Korea to FO with the playing of our Star Spangled Banner.
Live action.
All right, PCR has brought the field onto the speedway. We'll be going green this time by starting on the pole. We have Justin Michael, Keith Haney, last night's controversial Truck Series winner in second. Reckham West Holland, the Colorado Springs driver, rolls off third. Michael Jean starting fourth.
All right, Jason Hughes 5th, Jack Watts 6th, Daniel Haney 7th, and Jake Anderson 8th.
And we have David Toker Johnson rolling off in that ninth position. Newcomer to iRacing and Loose Lug Nuts Racing, Nathan Brooks starts 10th. Ted Chief Quinsel returning to action with us, starting 11th. Magic Shoes, Mark Jackson, way back in 12th. And just rounding out the field, William Weiss, James Haney is your last roll, looks like. Pace car is in, and the field is away for the first of 100 laps. Fixed setup racing, Brian. Everybody has the same chassis. Tire conservation will be the story of the night with an 80% fuel fill. These guys will be going a lot further on fuel than those tires are going to want to last.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. This will be a very interesting race to watch. A lot of newcomers. We already got one guy getting a little bit loose way there in the back.
And that might be Nathan. He's getting his feet wet. It takes a while to build the skill. Still working on it myself. At a turn 4, looks like he's going to lead the first lap tonight. Will be Justin Michael, but he does have a strong challenge. Looking to the outside, we have Keith Haney trying to get to that top spot here early on. And with that move to the high side, opens the door for the 16 car to make a move down on the bottom, which is Michael Jeans. Working the bottom side at a 2, and Keith Haney makes the crossover move, and now makes a bid for the lid on the inside of Justin Michael. Down in the turn 3, Reckham West Holland now into that third position, past Michael Jeans. Seeing a little bit of smoke as the field comes to turn 4. Looks like somebody is working their way down to the pit area early with some heavy damage. Not sure if you have a look at that, Brian.
We can go back through the field.
They're already
Ted Quinsel. I can throw an instant replay on this one real quick. Let's do
All
that.
right, tough break for Chief early on.
All right, we're queuing up the replay on Chief, who's fallen back to 14th position. This is him coming down pit road and expiring already. We can go back another 30 seconds. He's already crashed. Another 30 seconds. All right, so he lost that at turn 2. Tried to save it on the... Oh, my goodness. He was all over the place. He tried to save it off of turn 2 and unfortunately hit the outside wall. And that's what led him to get some heavy contact. So back to live action and back up front with Keith Haney in the 7 car.
Yes. Keith Haney showing the field as they begin lap 4. And speaking of 4, that 4 machine, Mackham West Holland in second. Just a little bit high and will be challenged for that second spot as they work down the back straightaway. Justin Michael gets that preferred line as they enter turn 3 with Michael Jeans on his rear bumper. Side by side to 3 and 4. Looks like Wes has found a little magic spot and is able to roll some good momentum there and fend off for that second spot. Keith Haney up front. Brian, tonight's race, Drive to Stop Diabetes. Very special cause. 30 million Americans or so, Brian, have diabetes. It's a big deal. You can get a lot of information and facts and figures and a lot of great stories at diabetes.org. Also a great place to donate and help out with the cause. I think everybody watching this broadcast, competing in this event, knows somebody that has diabetes, Brian.
Yeah, Bob, we're just riding on board right now with Ted Quinzel in the 84 car, looking at his paint job, which is the Lilly Diabetes sponsored machine. So he's rocking that paint job, and we'll have some other iconic things to share with the audience a little bit later.
Good stuff. And already after it on lap 6, I believe we're going to start to see these tires do wear off quick here at this Auto Club Speedway in California. Old racing surface, and we do have a battle for the lead.
Oh, we got a big accident.
Yeah, I just heard the bang on my screen.
25.
Nathan Brooks. No, I see it.
Jake Anderson.
Tough break.
All right, I got the replay here, Bob. We got Jake going into turn number 1. It looks like he's got smoke breathing down the back of his neck. And as the 25 comes off at 2, oh, he clips that inside groove and overcorrects and pirouettes. Oh boy, that was a big impact. Lots of damage.
Yeah, one slight kiss of those the white line with those lefts, Brian. That was it.
And we're gonna do one more just for fun. Let's do the gyro view. So we're gonna ride on board with Jake Anderson to watch him kind of. You see, he gets a little bit too low right there. That's where he gets loose, and loose, overcorrects. Boom! And he goes spinning.
And 6 laps in, Brian. I'm willing to bet we'll see everybody down there on pit road for tires.
Yeah, could be. Definitely the 25 car, that's for sure.
And right now, Brian, is actually a good time to step away for just a quick break while these guys make their first pit stops. We'll be right back on Lugnut TV.
Do you know the ABCs of diabetes? Help lower your chances of heart attacks, strokes, and other diabetes-related problems. The A stands for A1C, which is a test that measures your blood sugar levels. These levels, if high, can harm your heart and blood vessels, kidneys, feet, and eyes. B stands for blood pressure. High blood pressure can lead to a heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure. C
Okay, we are back live. We apologize for that inconvenience there. I think we lost the signal for a few minutes. We are now back to lap number 25 of 100. I'm your host, Brian Triple, followed by Bad Bob Wells. Bob, you back from the bathroom break?
Yes, sir. Yes. Had to make, while the drivers were pitting, I myself had to make a pit stop and also get a fresh beverage. And ready to get back after it, Brian. To apologize for our technical difficulties, but that does happen in live TV.
Yeah, that's true, Bob. So we lost everyone after the last caution. We went to the diabetes commercial, and they never came back. They've been hanging out there forever. So we are on lap number 25 of 100 now. The caution came back out for the 6 car, taking a wild ride down the backstretch. Tonight we're doing a few things. The winner of tonight's race, I believe, gets a special prize. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but those that are watching, we have a special surprise for them. So those that are watching, we want everyone to document their number between 0 and 100. Just each viewer gets to put in one number, and whomever is closest to the number that's in my head, which I've already decided what it is. It's already done. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Whoever gets closest to the number in my head will actually win a autographed hat from Ryan Reed. Ryan Reed is the Xfinity driver who races for the Lilly Diabetes Roush Fenway 16 car, I believe. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So those that are watching, I know watching a blank screen or a diabetes commercial on rerun is not very fun. So hopefully I didn't screw that up too much. But those that are watching, just post your number. Write it down right now. Let us know what you're thinking.
Yes, Ryan Reed, diagnosed with diabetes in 2011. Diabetes.org. You can read the full story. Brian, if my memory serves me right, Ryan won the Xfinity race at Daytona this year, I believe.
That's
Anyway,
all.
lights are off on that iRacing Mustang. Ready to get back after it. A quick recap. Drivers did make pit stops. Out front, Justin Michael took the lead on that pit stop cycle. Keith Haney to his outside. Gentleman Jack Watts will be rolling off third. And, of course, another Haney in fourth. That's your top 4 as we get ready to go back racing with now completing 26 laps. First quarter in the books, Brian.
Yeah, Bob, just to recap on the live stream, Racing for a Cause is picked 88. Travis Zudema has picked the 38. There's a number in my head, and whoever gets closest will win the autographed hat by Ryan Reed.
Hey, and the green flag is out. Justin Michael with a good job on that start. Shout out to Travis Zudema. Miss you, buddy. Like to see you on track with Lugnuts here again soon. Down into 1, Justin Michael, a strong lead there, Brian. Good 2 car lengths of a Gentleman Jack Watts in that 77 machine as they work out of turn 2.
Yeah, they're looking good. Nice to see such a great race already. Only the 2 cautions, we're a quarter of the way through. This race is really going by pretty quick. Always fun. Jack Watts now up to 2nd spot. Mark Jackson to 3rd. Where'd Mark Jackson come from?
Yes, Magic Shoes Mark Jackson. We knew he'd make his way to the front. That number 3 car. Great looking machine. And if you're looking for a great paint job and you're an iRacer, check out Over the Top Paints and Designs. Look your best on the track. Look, over the top.
All right, we're on board with Mark Jackson as he comes up the back bumper. Jack Watson, 77. He's not going to want to go around that bumper. He just hits it going down the backstretch.
Yeah, a little bump draft technique, just like you see on the restrictor plate tracks there, Brian. Draft on the straightaways is good. Sometimes, though, it'll hurt you in the corner. Take the air off that nose and get you a little aero tight, as they say. Looks like we had a car working their way down pit road, Brian. I'm not sure who that was.
That's going to be the 6th car of Nathan Brooks.
Nathan Brooks.
Down 1 lap, he's now on pit road. Down back on pit road. All right, back up front. I'm looking at Justin Michael.
Yeah, we had a little chaos here at it 2 again. Looks like Mark Jackson, a few of the guys just slowed up. 81 machine looked like he was down low. I wonder if Mark got a little free there out of 2. We had some trouble.
Yeah, well, he was able to gather it up. Now we're live action helicopter view on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place.
Keith Haney now up to 2nd. Mark Jackson falls to 4th in that exchange out of 2 last time by.
Now he's
Man, has a car to his inside.
Serious pressure from James Haney in the 55.
Yes. No shortage of Haneys out here, that's for sure. Keith Haney out front. Side-by-side battle in his mirror. Helping him maintain a nice lead here, Brian, as the field comes out of 2. Oh, well, my bad. Justin Michaels way out
Keith
front.
Haney in 2nd spot. Yeah, Justin Michaels really checked out on the field. He's way up there.
Yes, showing a 1.3 second lead for that 87 machine of Justin Michael.
Well, this battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th continues. We got now Michael Jeans in the 16, Wesley Howell in the 7, and Billy Wise in the 15 machine. They're all in the camera angle right now. We can see them all.
Yes, good to see Billy having a good run there. Haven't heard much from him in this event, but Billy Wise, good guy. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. We have a whole little gaggle of cars here, though.
Yep, and Keith Haney's able to separate. He's on his own now, as is Justin Michael way up front. Michael has about a 1.4 second lead on 2nd spot.
And we got them 3 wide, and we got 1 loose. Big battle out of 2. Wes Holland able to capitalize, get a spot, gets around Magic Shoes Mark Jackson in that 3 machine. A lot of excitement that time by. Wes quickly puts the pressure on. Next car in front of him. Wes looking to rebound and get to the front.
Yeah, looking to the inside, looking to the outside now on James Haney, the 55. The Ford car is going to try to make this pass the long way around here in California.
And that line didn't quite work out for Wes there. Loses a little bit of ground and now is under pressure from Magic Shoes Mark Jackson as they work their way down the back straightaway. Also have that 16 machine, Michael Jeans, back in the mix. You know, Jackson Holland side by side out of 4. Jeans, not sure which lane to follow. Takes the dive down to the inside. Wes Holland, wow, pitches and slams the door in that 3 machine. That was close. There's a guy who knows exactly how long that number 4 machine is for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he slammed the door. I'd say he knew how to sneak through the closing door as the four car there. He saw that opportunity. He saw that opportunity shutting. He zipped on down. Yeah, that inside line around the tri-oval. That's not the tri-oval, but the start-finish line. That's definitely the faster way around this track. So, especially if you can grab a draft from the guy in front of you. So, always want to be right behind them, and the lower the better.
Yeah, so you can see him kind of wiggling around, the guy in front, trying to break that draft, and Wes Holland trying to get the pressure back on that number 55 machine. 55 slides up the track and opens the door of opportunity. The 4 machine down low at a 2. And give that spot to Wreckham Wes Holland. Finally gets around. That battle behind him in the mirror is pretty intense, though. Magic Shoes Mark Jackson now takes on that Haney, whichever one it is. I got them all mixed up, Brian. 16 machine now looking low on the 55. 55 looked like he threw the parachute out there.
Yeah, that'll happen. Hey, Bob, just a quick shout out. We got Stephen Leenan, now guessing number 57 in the online pool here. And also Kristen Phillips. She's just checking in to say hello from work. I think she's saying go number 3. I'm not sure if that's her number. Kristen, just so you know, we're giving away an autographed hat of Ryan Reed. You just have to pick the number that's in my head or get closest. So I'm not sure number 3 is your answer. We'll let you get a second guess if you want. So go ahead and just put a number out there, and that'll be your number for the night.
Wow, and that time by Wes Holland, not the Northern Battle up front, but this is where the action is. Wes Holland, big push out of turn 4, and that opened the door for Magic Shoes Mark Jackson to take that spot down into 1. Just a quick recap, we have Justin Michael 2.6 seconds ahead of Keith Haney, and Keith Haney, he's nearing 2 seconds ahead of Mark Jackson, so those guys out front are, well, just riding, for all intents and purposes, uncontested. This battle back here, though, with Jackson and Reckham and Jeans and the other Haneys, pretty good stuff, Brian.
Yeah, it's a fantastic race up front. I just wish Michael Jeans wasn't checking out by just so much. Let's take a look at Michael Jeans' lead. That's what 2.8 seconds looks like between Michael Jeans and Keith Haney.
And just want to correct you, that's Justin Michael in the 87 machine.
Oh, what'd I call him?
Michael Jeans. He's back here with these guys in the big battle.
Bob, are you saying I've been drinking?
No, sir.
Well, I have been, so there's that.
And watching that battle, at least on my screen, I got Holland, Jeans. Holland, Jackson, Jeans coming out of 4. Also, Gentleman Jack Watts now back in that mix.
Oh, look at Jackson giving the fender to Holland as they come across the start-finish line. Oh, they're having lots of fun. So, Bob, tell me about the 80% fuel load. We are 40 laps in. We pitted at lap number 10 and 25. When do you forecast the next pit stop to be?
Well, I believe, I think it's near the 40 lap mark. Let's see, 25. You know, you're going to see guys play the tire card for sure, Brian. You can see Wes actually struggling with his machine. A big push again out of turn 4. In this battle, you got 2 cars down there bump drafting down the front straightaway. This might not work out good for Wes, but these tires, Brian, as you know, really do fall off a ton here at Auto Club in Fontana, California.
No.
And Wes skipping
Holland in the wall.
Yes, just a light little skip, but definitely enough to kill the momentum. And he will give up 2 spots in that exchange. Magic Shoes, Mark Jackson, and Michael Jeans in that 16 machine easily worked their way by. And Holland's still up high and struggling, it looks like, with the machine right now.
The
looks
sparks
like
coming off that sheet metal, but it's still straight. So he's doing okay. He'll be all right.
Yeah. And for the fans at home, when we say tight, I think Buddy Baker said it best there once. Tight's when you see the wreck, loose is when you don't. Tight meaning that the front tires have less grip than the rear tires, and essentially you cannot churn the car. And the only thing you can do in that case, Ryan, is let off the loud pedal and hopefully get the front end to settle down and get that bite. Wes now down at the bottom this time by. Let's see how it works out of 4 for him. A little bit better this time. Highline still hasn't quite come in the way we had hoped.
Yeah, you know, Bob, a lot of times the less aggressive you are on corner entry, the easier it is to get through the middle and out. So Wes is not one to be known about a patient line in. So these tires are probably they're giving up a little bit, and he's pretty aggressive getting into the corners. So he's paying the price on corner exit. That's what we're seeing.
Yes, Wes is a very intense competitor. Wants to lead and win every lap, Brian.
All right. Well, it's not
always enjoy racing with him.
Let's give some love to all the other drivers. So back up front, Justin Michael. Get a nice close-up view on his car. That beautiful black, no sponsor Camry, the 87. That's Justin Michael up front. And then running second, we have Keith Haney in the HBR Mustang. That's the number 7 car. We fall back to the 3 of Mark Jackson. That's where the battle really begins. Not sure what that sponsorship is. Burning Skulls, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not sure what Mark's running tonight, but a neat-looking paint job, and that's one of the ones from Over the Top Paints and Designs.
All right, and then we got Michael Jeans, the 16. He's actually got that Drive for Diabetes paint job going, which is pretty sweet. And in 5th spot, Jack Watts. I think it's a Southeast Motorsports paint job. Not 100% sure. So let's go back to a regular camera here. I want to give a quick shout out to Kristen Phillips. She still hasn't picked the number yet. I think we'll stick with number 3 for her if she doesn't want to change that. And Amanda Stewart, she changed from, she's supporting number 16, Michael Jeans, but she's saying that her number for tonight is 24. So Amanda Stewart picks 24. And we're looking for anyone who's listening to this broadcast tonight, pick a number between 0 and 100. And who's ever closest to the number that's in my head, and trust me, the number's already been chosen. Whoever's closest is going to win a autographed hat from Ryan Reed, the Xfinity driver of the 16 Roush Fenway Ford.
Good stuff, Ryan. Nice to get the fans involved. Just a quick update. Looks like Wes Holland has found trouble tonight and has loaded that 4 machine up and headed back to Colorado Springs. Tough break.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't see any of it.
That's 45 laps in the book, Brian. Near that halfway mark. At this stage in the race, Brian, it's hard not to pick Justin Michael, but we still have a ways to go.
Now looking at the 16 machine making a pass on Mark Jackson.
Yeah, Mark, give up the bottom there. We'll find some pressure from that 77 machine out of turn 4. That's gentleman Jack Watts now making a bid to gain another spot.
Yep, he's going to give up 2 spots on that one lap.
I'll tell you, this group here in these spots is Mark Jackson putting the crossover on Jack that time by. Looked like he was going to make a bid to get down to the inside, down the back straightaway, and chooses to get in the draft that time, though.
Yeah, Mark likes to have fun. He likes to make other drivers uncomfortable. So, with the opportunity, he takes it. And I think that was what he was doing right there. If you're going to pass me, I might as well ruffle your feathers a little bit. Hey, Bob, the gap back between first and second has really shrunk.
Yeah, sure has.
By shrunk, I mean we've had a change for the lead.
Yeah, we've had a change for lead. Not sure what happened there, Brian. I'm going to take a look at that on my screen here. I'm not sure if we get it on replay. But rewinding it, at least on my screen, not sure if the 87 machine had trouble that we didn't see. It looked like on lap
all right,
coming by to complete lap 46.
Bob, I got the instant replay of the 87 machine going down the front stretch, just giving up a whole lot of time, just not as fast. And we're watching the 7 car dive below him, make the pass, and that's it. There's nothing to it. It's like the 87 decided to start saving fuel or something.
Yeah, that's my gut instinct. Is he's looking at the laps to go and what he has on board for fuel, and he might be playing a strategy card.
Yep, that 87 just, I don't want to say hit the brakes, but he slowed up abruptly. And now we got someone on pit road. We got Justin Michael and the 87 on pit road with 49 and 100 gun.
Didn't see damage on the car. Didn't notice damage on the car anyway. But we'll go down to pit road and take a look at that stop.
Yeah, well, we are halfway through. So that could very well be.
Wholesale pit stops. Looking in his mirror, we got 3 more cars down there as well.
Yeah. I see the 6 car already down there. But the 87, we're watching him make his pit stop right now. We're live on board. We got the right side tires going on. I'm not going to do the sound effects.
Michael Jeans, Jack Watts, Nathan Brooks, as you mentioned, and Magic Shoes Mark Jackson, all down on pit road this time.
So he took both sides tires, and he's off. And now we're watching the other cars go off pit road too. And we will go back live action. Keith Haney now has lead in the 7 car. And his younger brother, Dan Haney, right behind him in the 81.
Their crew chiefs have got to be screaming at them, Brian, because they have got to get into the pit road. However, this time by, it looks like Keith Haney will proceed and keep on the track. Looking at his lap times, Brian, he is going to give his ass up on this lap times. 41.6 that time. These guys qualified at 39.6. So huge give up on these tires. Every lap he stays out, Brian, he's going to be giving up a ton of track positions to those guys that just pitted.
I'm curious, are they low on fuel at this point, or?
Oh, they've got to be, what was that, 26 laps or something? 27 on the green?
All right.
I'm a little blind on the fuel mileage, Brian, because I didn't run much practice.
Bob.
But you see that speed? You see that speed difference? Justin Michael just drove around Keith Haney with those new tires. Like, it was almost like Keith's running around with a 6-cylinder. I'm not sure if those guys that just pitted can make it, so maybe Keith knows more than they do. I'm sure they all know more than I do as far as pit windows.
I'm sure, Bob.
Rough week of work, Brian. We had a long nap after work and was eating dinner instead of playing out on the track with the guys and getting the fuel number for the folks. And usually the fuel number I bring to the table, Brian's wrong anyway. So what the hell difference does it make, you know?
Witness that. So Michael Jeans, Justin Michael, he has pitted the 87 machine. He is already back on the lead lap. The first 6 cars have not pitted for fuel yet, and that makes him the first car that has not pitted. Behind him, Michael Jeans, Jake Anderson, Jake Watts, David Johnson, Mark Jackson. Those guys have already pitted, but they're down a lap as Keith Haney stays out on the track. Just throwing down some laps. In the 55, James Haney as well, throwing down some laps, staying up front. Smoke Hughes also staying out for a long run here. And Billy Wise in the 15, staying out.
And that 7 machine does get on the binders and brings it down to the attention of his pits. Way swirly on the way in, trying to get all he could to that cone, which marks the beginning of the speed limit.
What car number was that?
Number 7, Keith Haney, just about lost it on the way in there, Brian. Trying to get all he could on those old tires.
All right, it's a replay of Keith Haney coming down on the pit road. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it's getting a little bit loose. I think he may have gotten caught for speeding. We'll see how that turns out for him.
We'll have to watch his pit stop. If we see the left side go down and it stays for a while, I'm watching it right now while you got the live action up. Right side's down and left side goes up on that 7 machine. It will be 4 tires. For that Keith Haney machine, down in a way, so not caught for speeding, Brian. There would have been a 15-second hold had that been the case.
Well, let's go ahead. We're now on board with Smoke Hughes in the 58. He's leading some laps tonight. I have a feeling he might be coming down pit lane soon. But not this time. Yeah, that's Smoke leading a lap.
Yep. Let's get you on TV with us there. Nice job, Smoke Hughes. Good guy, except for that little thing about the Broncos. But we won't get on him too much.
We can't all be patriotic perfect, Bob.
And working lap 56. They've got to be inside that window, Brian. From experience in racing here, usually it's a 60 to 70% fuel load. We got to be right on the bubble. I think some of these guys that have pitted already might be outside the window to get to the end. Jason, a little bit slow off before that time by. Wonder if he's saving a little fuel to try to get inside that window.
Yeah, it could be.
56 in the books this time.
Also,
no bonus points for leading laps, though.
Yeah, also Billy Wise in the 15. He's rocking out. And Justin Michael all the way up to 3rd spot now, even though he's pitted for fuel and tires, and the guys in front of him have not. So that's definitely...
he is fast. We're going to have the loose lug nut officials tear that car apart after the race. That guy is out of control.
I'm not even sure how you guys let him out of the racetrack, but all are welcome, I guess.
Yes, we're gonna have to add some weight to his car next time or something. I don't know. Check the fuel. I don't know what's going on there. Out of control.
Yep, it turns out just being really, really good is a positive thing in iRacing.
Yes.
Who knew?
Those old tires, 43.5 on Jason Hughes that time by. He has got to get the pit road this time by. Working lap 58, ironically. Well, wonder if he'll pull in this time by. Maybe it'll be a magical type of thing there. 58 car in on lap 58. We'll see this time by as he works through turns 3 and 4 with the lead.
Nope.
Excuse me, had the lead. And keeps going. Interesting strategy playing out for sure, Brian. We have clearly a mix of strategy.
Yeah, his strategy is how many laps down can I go before the caution comes out. Not a good one. Smoke down 1 lap. So he's got the Lucky Dog Award. Billy Wise down. I'm sorry, they're not down a lap, but as soon as they stop, they will be. So they got to stay out as long as they can because they are in trouble.
I think some of these guys might be doing one more stop, and perhaps Hughes, Wise, maybe trying to do this on just one more stop, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, Brian. These guys clearly 2 seconds and change off the pace of new tires. I wonder how this is going to play out with the slower lap times for this extended period versus faster laps and an extra pit stop. This could be exciting when we get down to the end of this stuff.
Hey, Bob, how about we thank our sponsors real quick? Tonight's race being brought to you by RaceGear.com, over-the-top paints and designs, Lugnut TV, Billy Wise and the Wise Guys, and BowTieApparel.com. And that's me kind of leading us down the path of let's check out another commercial and hope that that commercial doesn't actually crash the entire system. How does that sound, Bob?
Yes. We had trouble with that before, but we will be right back after the commercial or shortly after we fix the commercial break in the street. But we will be back, so if you're watching live, stick with us.
This is how it is to own the car you've always wanted. You get out before breakfast to look at it again. And you inspect it, not for flaws, but inspect it with your hands for the curved strength of its steel and the grace of its body. You take pleasure in its fine points, the smell of new upholstery, the honesty of its comfort, the feel of an easy riding seat that holds you like your favorite chair. The infinite detail, down even to the rich nap beneath your feet. You pride yourself on its extras, too. The sunroof, a wonderful new way of giving a hardtop the character of a convertible. The power accessories. The perfectionist in you likes them all. Then you turn it on. Nudge the 350 horsepower Special Thunderbird V8, and you're living. It's that simple. This is how it is in a car that likes to chart its own road. You'd be hard-pressed to find its peer in handling or in cornering. You rediscover it every day. And it's a thing you can share. You watch a new Thunderbird convertible do its stuff. Fully automatic. And she never left her seat. It's all part of owning the 1960 Ford Thunderbird. All part of owning the world's most wanted car. This is how it can be for you.
We're back live action.
Hey, welcome back to Lugnut TV. Watching the 58 machine exit the pits. Jason had a tough time with the pit entry on those really old tires. Got real sideways, went through the grass, but he's back. down and away in a lap or two. We'll update the scoring. Just update as well. Looks like Jake Anderson loaded up his machine and called it a night. Tough break. Always enjoy racing with Jake. Jake, one of the Lugnut road race team members as well. Not sure why he departed, but hopefully we'll see him on track in another race soon. And back up front on the live action. Looks like all the pit stops have cycled out.
Yeah, Bob, we're not quite live action yet. We're watching the 58 machine lose it on the pit road. I think we're all enjoying watching.
More on that.
Watch to see how loose he gets. Oh, but we
have
a
a caution.
now.
Whoa! Breaking news! Caution flag. We didn't expect to see that.
You got a car number for me?
Yeah, I got 00. David Doka Johnson having trouble over in turn 2 again. The trouble spot of the night. And collects the wall.
Well, I get the replay on him right now. He's in 9th spot. Oh, he gets help. He gets a whole lot of help. Oh, my goodness. Lots of help.
Yeah, whoa, hey, look like... I'm going to have to watch that on another camera angle.
Looks at the 55.
Yeah, that looked like the 55. James Haney having contact at a 2. Not sure what happened there.
All right, so we're doing far chase in the 55 of James Haney as he comes across our finish line into 1 now. He's going to be coming up on his victim. All right, that's the start finish line there. And it just looks the car in front of him is going real slow. Like really, really, really slow. And Haney tries to pass him on the outside. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Toker totally pulls up into the outside line. And is slower. He should have stayed at the inside. So we're going to put that one on Dave Johnson, I think.
And that brings the caution flag out. 65 laps complete. I'm sure we're going to see most of this field down in the pits. Could be an opportunity for Jason Smoke Hughes to visit pit road and fix his car up as well, or maybe even stay out. He was the last car that pitted. However, the tire wear here is pretty excessive, so I'm not sure what they'll do.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, dare I say we should take a commercial break?
Well, let's cover the pit stops first.
Oh, okay.
Brian. Field is in turn 4, and most of these guys are showing the signs of coming down to pit road.
Oh, you gotta make sure you're on live action, buddy. Pit stops are over.
Oh, yes, I am now on live action. I was having a good time watching the replays there. Not sure what happened.
Hey, you want to remind our viewers what we're giving away tonight for those that can make the correct guess of the number that's inside my head?
I know it's a Ryan Reed autographed hat, right?
That's correct.
All right. Ryan Reed, of course, has the Drive for Diabetes all over his car. Check him out, diabetes.org. Just guess the right number in Brian's head. Guessing anything in Brian's head is always dangerous territory.
Right.
But, wish the fans luck with that.
So we got Racing for a Cause TV as guest 88. Zudema has guest 38. Steven Leinen, 57. Kristen Phillips, 3. And Amanda Stewart, guest 24. So we're looking for anyone else who is watching live with us on Lug.tv to make a guess. And you could very well win that autographed hat. Now, Bob, I'm not going to make any guesses because I kind of already know the exact number that's inside my head, and that might be cheating. So, I'm just patiently waiting for someone to guess the number.
Excellent.
And
just a quick update.
One guess per viewer, please. You know, don't just start rattling off numbers. I can guess 1 through 100 pretty quick too, but
Yes, and just a quick update. Both drivers involved in the caution were given EOL penalties. I'm not sure what those guys are doing, but bringing out the caution there looked kind of funny. Also want to give a shout out to Travis Suda, I guess in my iRacing number, which is number 38. 38. I'm not sure how you picked your number, but I kind of just picked mine as a combination of two great drivers, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Dale Jr. when he had the 8 before his mother-in-law took it. I know you run the 22. Of course, we're not all perfect, but you are a big Joey Logano fan.
Hey, who isn't, really?
Well, most of us, Brian.
Can't we all just be rich white kids from New England? I don't see the problem.
So, doing double duty, though. I had to let the guys know there real quick that they both received DOLs for the incident on track. And hopefully everybody moves forward from this and gets back to some good racing.
Hey, Bob, Smoke Hughes is getting the wave around here. In 10th position, he's going to be back on the tail end of the lead lap.
Good deal. He did stay out. For just like in real NASCAR, if you stay out and everybody pits, you can get that lap back in that way. Of course, Jason was not able to pit, but that's the sacrifice he has to make to get that lap back. And field will be completing lap 70 when we go back to green, Brian. 30 to go. This race will become a shootout. On the front row, guy that's been out there most of the night, Justin Michael and Keith Haney running second. Gentleman, Jack Watts in that 77 machine, currently showing third. Daniel Haney in fourth. Michael Jeans running fifth. Magic Shoes, Mark Jackson running sixth. Ted Chief Quinslow, who had that early trouble, Brian, hanging out there in sixth position. Seventh position, rather. And Billy Wise, one of the Lug Nut supporters, running eighth.
All right, pace car is in, Bob. We're ready to go back to green.
And off the break, nice jump there with Justin Michaels. Behind them, they fan out almost 3 wide. Think better of it, trying to get that run. You can pass on the right before the line. Looked like somebody was trying to get a jump back there, but not able to do so. And at it too, Justin Michaels shows the field down the back straightaway once again. Gentleman, Jack Watts now in second. Keith Haney and Michael Jeans in a side-by-side battle for that third position down in the turn 3. Michael Jeans with the inside and new tires. He should prevail out of turn 4. We'll see how this plays out, Brian.
Yeah, for Mr. Feelgoods, these guys are screaming around here on fresh tires. Superman, if you will. Able to just turn left, hold the loud pedal down, and make it around this course, no problem. The question is, how many laps are they willing to do that as the 7th car gives a bump to the 77?
Between the 7 and 77 there. No major drama resulting from it, but that was a spot on the corner where things can go horribly wrong with contact.
Yeah, and hey, online we got Christopher Mattis checking in live to watch the last Dirty 30, meaning the last 3 laps of this race. Hey, Chris, pick a number between 0 and 100 for a chance to win a Ryan Reed autographed hat.
Yes, Chris Mattis, a good guy, longtime Lug Nut supporter. Recently had a child and has not been on the sim as much as I'm sure he would like to be, but always welcome to come back and race with us. Definitely another one of those very competitive guys when he does get behind the wheel. And that battle now is Keith Haney is now able to work his way to second. Jack Watts falls to third and has Michael Jeans putting a lot of pressure on him. Pops right into that draft, and those guys working together down the main straightaway, trying to catch the top 2. Justin Michael now finding some pressure. One of the few times he's had some pressure tonight from that 7 machine of Keith Haney. These two guys been the class of the field, Justin Michael and Keith Haney, working together, it looks like, to stretch that gap out on 3rd and 4th down the back straightaway.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're working together as much as they are just racing extremely hard up front. We got Michael leading the race, and Haney really ultra close second. And they are really going at it as they come across the start-finish line, going into 1.
Yeah. Haney takes a peek down to the inside, down to the 1. Will challenge for that spot. Almost door slams Michael as they work their way down into the corner, but he will take that top spot out of turn 2. Haney now in front here as they work lap 75.
Yeah, Haney's the lead. This is a fantastic. We have really good racing going on tonight.
So what else going on behind him? Michael Jeans able to work his way around Jack Watts, and Jack Watts now under pressure, it looks like, from Ted Chief Quinzel. Chief in that 84 machine. We call him Chief. Retired Navy guy. Always, well, he's a very outspoken and competitive guy as well. Don't crush Chief, because you'll be out there swabbing the deck for sure.
Very well put, Bob. Very well put.
And the 84 machine gets up into a little bit higher line, gets bypassed by that 3 machine. Had to choose Mark Jackson, and now finds some pressure from one of the other Haneys in the 55, it looks like. James Haney, that is.
We got a battle going back up up front. We got Justin Michael looking to the inside of the 7 car. He's got the position for now. Can he hold it through 2? It's going to be a drag race down.
Yeah, it's drag race down the backstretch between these two guys.
Oh, man, what a great race. Toyota versus Ford into turn number 3. 87 on the inside, holding it down. Almost clipping that inside apron, helping that car turn, and he's able to get that pass and take back first position. Justin Michael back to the lead.
Yes, but hasn't driven away. Haney still hanging out in that high line, still hanging tough.
I gotta tell you about
Down
the
into
inside
1.
line. Yeah, the inside line is the way to go. So 7.
Yes.
Haney's gonna hang it out there, leaving the door open for Michael Jeans in the 16. These guys battle it has actually let them wheel it back in. So the 16 joins the fight.
Yeah, the 16 is there now. Enter him into this mix for the battle for that top spot. Michael, Haney, Jeans working out of turn 4, top 3 under a blanket.
Michael Jean saying, you know what? I don't want to pay the shipping and handling to give these gloves away. I want to keep them. He wants to win this race.
Yes, sir. I bet he does. Special cause or not, when these guys get behind the wheel, there's one thing they want: victory lane.
Here goes the 7 car looking on the inside of the 87.
7 making another bid, getting real close, trying to get some side draft off of that 87 machine as they work down the back straightaway.
Jeans in the catbird seat. Jeans in the catbird seat. Here he's in 3rd spot. Watch these guys race real hard. He's just waiting for someone to make a mistake. He is gonna pounce.
And the 87 tucks down tight on that 7 through 3 and 4, and taking that air off the car actually will get you tight. And 87 is able to pull back down in front of Keith Haney. Gene's still right there, ready to challenge. Takes a look on the inside of the 7 machine as they work through turn 2.
Yeah, now we're watching the 16 machine put the moves on the 7. Thinking about making that pass going into 3. Not quite there yet, but he does have position.
James now does have position as they work out of turn 4. They will see 20 to go this time by as Justin Michael does cross the line.
Yeah, with 20 to go, Rick Hammond gets his number 5. For those of you who are just joining us, you need to pick a number between 0 and 100 to see if you win an autographed hat by Ryan Reed, number 16 car in the Xfinity Series, which lets you know we are at California right now in the Xfinity cars. This is the Loose Lug Nut Awareness Drive to Stop Diabetes race at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. 2-mile racetrack. And Bob's going to continue talking over me. Go ahead, Bob.
Yes, just want a quick update. I was listening in on the driver chat. Last time by, we raced with the rule you can't race on the apron. Michael Jeans did so last time by, but did the sportsman-like thing and actually gave the spot back to Keith Haney as they worked through 3 and 4 that last time. I'm not sure if the fans saw that, but I was listening in on the race chat, Brian, and Keith Haney, quick to call Michael Jeans out on that, and Michael Jeans, being the bigger guy in that situation, just gave the spot right back to him and said, all right, you're right, I did wrong, and have the spot back. Out front, we do have that 87 machine, Justin Michael. I got to come up with a nickname for that guy. I have a few when I'm behind the wheel, Brian, but they're not fit for TV.
Every race I've ever been in with Justin Michael, he's either won it or won it.
When you're racing against them, the frustration and the nicknames do align themselves, but definitely not fit for TV. But does a hell of a job. Always fast as hell. 87 machine.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Justin Michael is a legend in the iRacing world. He's won a tremendous amount of races. He's always up front, whether it's fixed or open series. He's always doing just fantastic things, and he's very popular on the internets. I don't know, Bob, if you've been following, but the internet is becoming a thing, and Justin Michael almost owns it. He live broadcasts about every race he does on his own webpage, justmichael.com.
Yes, way up in New Hampshire, we do have the interweb.
Oh, you do? It got up there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So apparently people get to share things with the world. I guess that's what the internet's all about. I'm not sure. But Justin Michael, he's taking ownership of it. The 87 car, I think he's a huge Joe Nemechek fan. That's the only thing I can guess. But whatever car you put him in, he seems to win. It's an incredible sight. So Justin Michael joining us, Loose Lug Nuts. Normally our Bump and Run series on Friday nights. This is a special drive for the cause. And he is putting on a clinic. And we enjoy it. We're glad to see it. So thanks for joining us, Justin Michael. And nice to see him up front. So 15 laps to go, Bob.
And speaking of a clinic, we have a side-by-side battle. After giving that spot back, Michael Jeans now challenging Keith Haney for that second spot as they work through 3. These guys have been side-by-side for almost 2 miles, Brian. Jeans trying to hold the bottom and not stuff the 7 in the wall there, that time out of 4. Still side-by-side as they come down the main straightaway, a drag race across the line. Jeans, Haney down into 1. Jeans gets up high, gets a little side draft, gets that preferred line down in the turn 1. Looks like he will capture the second spot without going on the apron this time. Great job. Now Keith Haney takes a peek down to the inside. Nothing there. We'll get back in behind and get that draft. Justin Michael still out front while this battle was going on.
Yeah, Justin Michael checking out of the field here. He's got a 1.25 second lead. That's 1 1/4 over second spot of Michael Jeans at this point. As Jeans and Haney battle it out for second spot, Justin Michael's just pulling away with 13 to go.
And looking a little bit further back, in 4th place, we do have Mark Magic Shoes Jackson in that 3 machine. Gentleman Jack Watts currently running 5th. Daniel Haney running in 6th. Ted Chief Quinzel running 7th. Jason Smoke Hughes 8th. Billy Weiss in 9th. And 2 laps down, not sure if he's still on track, is David Toker Johnson.
He's on track.
Yes, he is on track. He's on track. And I am showing the 55 machine of James Haney, who was caught up in that incident on pit road. I think it might be over. I'm not sure. It looks like he might be fixing repairs. Not sure on his situation.
So we got Michael Jeans now holding down second spot. He is lining up the 87. He's got him in his sights. As these laps wind down, we got 12 to go. That's a whole lot of wear and tear on these tires. And the question is,
it sure is.
Who saved their tires the best in the beginning of that last run?
And speaking of lining up, that 7 machine makes a bid for that second spot and will take it out of turn 4.
Yeah, Bob, but that's not a bid. That's just stealing things. He stole that spot right
they
from him.
both washed up the track there. I'm not sure if anybody got in the wall, but real tight battle for that second spot. These guys are real back and forth between the 7 of Keith Haney and the 16 of Michael Jeans here in the closing stages.
Yep, that's kind of a shame because I felt like the 16 machine was reeling in the leader. And I think based on the previous runs that we've seen, Justin Michael throwing down the hot laps early on slows up a bit, but towards the end of the run, he really falls off. So I was thinking that the 16 had a chance to maybe win this race. But unfortunately, he's found himself in a battle with the 7 car. And 2 of them battling is really going to let the 87s kind of walk away with this one. So the 87 with over a 1.5 second lead with 10 to go. We'll see how this one wraps up.
Yes, 10 to go this time by. Field will be completing lap 90. Keith Haney does stretch that second spot out by 1 car length over Michael Jeans in that 16 machine. I wonder if Michael has anything left rubber-wise. Wow, big run for the 7 off of 4. And stretches out even further. It might be over for this battle, Brian. Kind of scrolling through and looking for any other battles we may have. It looks like the field is kind of spread out. Looking a little bit further back, Jason Hughes and Billy Wise way back in 8th and 9th spot in a side-by-side battle coming by. Billy Wise making a bid, and looks like he will capture the 8th spot down in the turn 1. Man, Billy Wise, of course, one of our Lug Nut sponsors, Brian. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys. Working on a CD, I'm hearing. Should be pretty good.
What was it short for compact disc, Bob?
Yes. Yes. It makes me feel old because those things are actually kind of a dying dinosaur with all the little sticks and iPods and things people now use. Compact disc, dying dinosaur. We have a wreck on the back straightaway. 6 car gets the wall at a turn 2, Brian. This may bring out the caution. Not sure if he's going to clear the track. 6 car. Nathan Brooks took the tow. Yeah, keeps this under green. Tough night as he breaks the cherry on the iRacing world for him.
All right, we're watching TV1 on the 6 car. You can see he gets down on the apron, gets loose, tries to correct it, gets loose. Man, that's the slowest accident I've ever seen in my entire life. Nathan Brooks, hard on the inside wall. That's going to be it for him. He calls the tow truck, and he's blowing up.
I'm going to give Nathan a lot of kudos, though, Brian, because he's jumping into this iRacing deal as a rookie, and if you go through the official stuff, you usually drive Legends and Street Stocks and stuff, and this guy's come out and hopped right in there and bought the content to run the Xfinity cars and the trucks in the league setting where the license requirements are not such, and that's a lot to take in right out of the box,
I do, Bob, I do.
And the guy's actually stuck around to the end, too. Fixed his car and just went out there and tried to pay his dues as a rookie and get the laps in. Field now working lap 94. Justin Michael showing the way down the backstretch here in front of Keith Haney.
So with 6 laps to go, Haney's about 1.3 seconds behind. Actually pulling the race leader in a little bit. So with 6 laps to go, this could be a race towards the end.
Yeah, last time by, the interval was just shy of a second and a half. We'll see what the interval is this time.
1.3.
1.3, so definitely closing up. He still has a long ways to go, Brian. That's a long time. But hopefully he'll get up there and give us a show for the end.
Yeah, he needs to get within, let's say, 0.8 of a second before that draft really picks up. So that'll be about 3 laps. And then he'll get that draft, and he should be able to suck right up, and we'll see what happens from there.
And looking behind him, Mark Jackson and Mitchell Reeves now in a battle. And it looks like Magic Shoes Mark Jackson has brought that 3 machine to the 3rd spot through turns 3 and 4. And an update on that interval, 1-1 that time by Brian. That's 0.2 of a second. Still not a rate that will get him there, but definitely shows promise.
Right, he's just going to catch that draft. Once he's got that draft, he will be able to pull in a lot faster. So we're actually going to zoom out to the blimp view. In the center of your screen is Keith Haney in the 7 car, and ahead of him is going to be Justin Michael in the 87. So you can see that gap kind of shrink. We're going to cross the start-finish line in just a second here.
And both cars running carbon copy lines as it works through 3 and 4 that time. Coming by to complete lap 96.
Down to 3/4 of a second, Bob. 0.75.
Can the 7 get there? Both cars looking good, Brian. Getting that low line. Not showing signs of struggling at all. Haney is gaining. But
Yeah,
time is limited.
Well, we got 4 laps to go, Bob. We got plenty of time. This is going to be a real showdown. But while we have a chance just to plug one more time, we got an autographed Ryan Reed hat. We're going to give it away tonight to one of our lucky viewers in live stream. You have to pick a number between 0 and 100 and has to match the number that's in my head. And if you can't match, at least get kind of close. So, for those of you who are live watching right now, pick a number between 0 and 100. Post it on the live chat on the YouTube channel, and we'll be sure to let you know what the results are at the end of this race.
Yes, great cause. Check them out. Diabetes.org. Great place you can go and donate and get all the stories. Last time by, that interval was down a half a second, Brian. Haney definitely able to hug the bottom a little bit better that last time through 1 and 2, and he has the draft. Lap 99 now begins 4 miles for this 7 car to get there and get around the 87. He is there, Brian, about 3 car lengths the distance as they head off in the turn 1.
Yeah, Bob, you know what they say, catching them and passing them are 2 different things. Haney's definitely the fastest car on the racetrack right now. He is reeling them in real fast. I have a sick feeling in my stomach that Justin Michael has kind of burned off his tires getting that lead in the beginning. So Keith Haney in the 7, he's making that move right now. There it is.
Yeah, that move comes out of turn 4. The guys side by side. Keith Haney tries to get the side draft. Justin Michael moves up. It is a drag race down in the turn 1. Keith Haney to the front. Justin Michael not giving up yet. Tucks right in behind that 7 car as they work out of turn 2. This is the white rag is out. Wow, I didn't think Keith Haney was going to get there. And now that he's in front, stretches is out by three almost 4 car lengths as they head off on the last time to turns 3 and 4. Haney looking for the checkered flag this time by 2 nights in a row. Keith Haney will be in loose lug nuts victory lane. Wow, Brian, that was something else. Justin Michael comes across the line in 2nd. Magic Shoes, Mark Jackson is our 3rd place finisher. Michael Jeans, big supporter of this cause. Tonight's race sponsor, did a lot behind the scenes to get these things set up. Comes home 4th. Gentleman Jack Watts, 5th. Daniel Haney, one of the other Haney brothers, or whatever the hell their relationships are, in 6th. Ted Chief Quinzel in 7th. Billy Wise comes home 8th after that late race battle with Jason Smoke Use, who comes home 10th. And David Johnson comes home in 10th. In the 55, who retired early, comes home 11th. Jake Henderson, Wes Hall, and Nathan Brooks round out the rest of that finishing order. Brian, we saw a lot of great racing out here tonight, as we always do at Auto Club.
Yeah, Bob, I'm pretty amped up too. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we will interview our top 3. How's that sound?
That sounds like an excellent plan.
The 6th annual Downhill for Diabetes ski and snowboard event brings together snow enthusiasts for a day on the slopes to benefit a good cause.
The Pratt family started this mission 6 years ago after their daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
We have a Downhill for Diabetes ski and snowboard event at Pico Mountain. This is our 6th year, and it's been great. We have a race course that we set up from 10 to 12 today, and we do lots of prizes for the fastest times of the day in different age categories. And we have t-shirts for sale and water bottles and things like that, just lots of stuff to raise money and raise awareness for type 1 diabetes.
JDRF is the leading global organization funding type 1 diabetes research.
100% of the proceeds from the event go to JDRF, which is the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, and they are one of the leading organizations that donate and sponsor all of these trials that are going on and all the things that are going on that are making day-to-day life easier for type 1 diabetics and to ultimately find a cure for the disease. So all of our proceeds go straight to them. We have no paid members, no paid staff, everything is volunteer, and all the proceeds go straight to that.
If you missed the event but would like to donate, visit donationsfordiabetes.org.
And welcome back to Lucknow TV. Just finishing up our Drive for Diabetes race. Great race tonight, Brian. We're going to go down to Loose Lugnut's Victory Lane and talk to the guys that finished on the podium in our third spot in that number 3 machine. Magic Shoes, Mark Jackson. Mark, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Bob. How's it? How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. The work week's over. Got to do one of my favorite things, which is kick back and have a cold beer and broadcast a great race. 3 machine, started in the back, no qualifying time, but found your way to the front there at the end. Not a win. I'm sure that's what you were going for, but got the third. Talk about the battle to end up in third tonight.
Yeah, Bob. We didn't have a good qualifying effort. We had some troubles there, so we wound up starting in the back, and actually it was it was a battle to make it up through the front. We missed a couple of close calls, and then we made a mistake on pit road and had to serve a 15-second penalty due to speeding on entry. And towards the end there, we managed to find our way back up towards the front. Didn't get up there to where we wanted to be to get one of those cool prizes, but we were racing for a good cause. Our over-the-top Chevy, paints and design Chevy Camaro was fast, and it was a lot of fun to race here.
Hey, Mark, I'm going to give you a chance to win one of those cool prizes. Pick a number between 0 and 100.
I'm going to say 16 for Ryan Reed.
All right, that's a good call. You're not going to win it immediately, but you could be very close, and we'll let you know if you win later.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for racing with us, Mark. We missed the Gravedigger paint job. What kind of paint job did you have on tonight?
We have the over-the-top paints and designs Chevy Camaro. It's done by John Hendrick. All those folks out there watching, if you need a paint job, John is the man. He can do it. I think I might have a Gravedigger logo across the front of the windshield. He kind of threw that in there on the car. So want to thank him. Want to thank PAD Motorsports Group, People Against Distracted Driving. Want to everyone to remember Drive for Diabetes awareness. It's a bad disease, and we're racing for a good cause tonight. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hope they enjoyed the race, and want to thank my teammates over at Southeast Motorsports. They brought me on board. Happy to be with those guys, and happy to be racing here at Loose Lugnut's Racing.
Yeah, rock on, Mark Jackson. We really appreciate you being a part of our community. You bring the excitement to our Friday night races. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Peace.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Magic Shoes. Mark Jackson, always entertaining guy to not only talk to but race with. Now in the booth, joining us in that 87 machine, probably one of the most dominant cars all night. Justin Michael in that 87 machine. But in the closing laps, the last 4 miles, Justin, falling to second. Pretty good night overall, but not the result you wanted, I'm sure.
No, definitely not. But he was just a lot better on the long runs, and I mean, he definitely did a good job saving his tires. And I just burned him up really in the middle of that run there, trying to pull away, and didn't work out in the end. But all good. We'll take second.
Just Michael, this is Brian Tribble here in the booth.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like we have an echo of sorts. But hey, we were happy to see you race with Lewis Lugnut tonight. That was very exciting. What do you think of the field?
Oh, definitely a good group of guys. I mean, I've raced here before, and you know, I always enjoy coming over here running with these guys. I just don't get to do it a lot. I race another league usually on Fridays, but I usually come out for the special races.
Yeah, we enjoy it because when you're racing, that means a couple of the other drivers do not win that are regulars here. So we like to mix it up a little bit. So the 87 of Just Michael is always fun to see on the track. You had the dominant car all night. Was it just that you were pushing hard at the beginning of your run, or what was the deal, you think?
Yeah, just in the middle of the run, I was trying to get as far ahead as I could, because I knew he'd save tires better than I would. So I was just trying to get that distance in there, but it didn't work out.
All right, rock on. So just so you know, we are giving away a Ryan Reed hat, autographed by Ryan Reed. Pick a number between 0 and 100.
7.
7. All right. We'll mark that down. We'll let you know in just a few minutes.
Great, thank you.
All right, that's Justin Michael, that 87 machine. Hope to see you next month for our next special event, Justin. For CHD will be our next special cause race. And hope to see you maybe join us a few other nights a week. We have a lot of cool things going on here at Lugnut Racing. And making his way to Lugnut Victory Lane for the second night in a row. Last night, Keith Haney, a little controversy at the end there with running on the apron, but tonight gets it done without doing so in the 7 machine. Keith Haney into Lugnut Victory Lane. Keith, we're calling the race. I didn't give you much of a shot when it was like 15 to go, and they had that big lead, and you were able to reel in Justin Michael in an 87 machine, and in the last 4 miles, work your way around him. Talk about your strategy and saving the tires and getting to the front there and taking home the win tonight.
Mr. Bob, it honestly took me all night long really to figure out what I needed to do, and I knew I was better than him on old tires, but I was afraid that the race really didn't have that much to go for my old tires to actually play in right there at the end. So I'd been arcing it in as deep as I could all night long, because I felt like that was probably the way to go to end up saving your tires in the long run. And there at the end, I said, you know what, man, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to start diving it in a little sooner. And I kept diving it in a little sooner, and I noticed that I was knocking off a few tenths on him every lap, and I was like, man, this is probably going to pay off until I get to his bumper, and then then my tires are going to be gone, and I'm not going to be able to come around him. But I had that little bit of momentum right there, and I knew I better do what I got to do, because he was definitely running an aggressive line all night. I was as well. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not knocking the guy at all. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. He wasn't making it easy to come around him, so I knew if I had that momentum, man, I better take it right away, or he's gonna walk away with this thing.
And just for clarification, there's 2 other Haneys in the field, James and Daniel. How are you guys related?
James is my dad, and Daniel is my cousin. So James is the uncle of Daniel. So Dad's 60 years old, and Daniel, he's in his mid-30s, and this is about the only way that we get to be together is on here. So we try to run together every chance we get.
Sweet. Now, Keith, how old are you?
I am fixing to turn 30 in about 3 weeks.
Oh, these young kids.
Oh, Jesus.
Coming in here and winning and
bumper. Just a rookie.
doing burnouts in the grass. Oh.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, wait, Keith, before we let you go, pick a number between 0 and 100.
87.
All right, you did not win. But you won the race, which is more
Yeah, you
important.
won the race, though.
All right, that's
Alright,
awesome.
Hey,
good
Keith.
job again. 2 nights in a row, Keith.
Yeah, Keith, it was really nice to see you out here tonight. Keep it up. We look forward to seeing you for a lot of Loose Lug Nut future events.
I appreciate it. Hey, what was the drawing for the 1-100?
That was going to be for a autographed Ryan Reed hat, number 16 Xfinity car.
Ah, gosh. All right, man. Hey, guys. Thank you to the sponsor. I think his name was Michael. How do you pronounce his last name?
Michael Jeans.
Michael Jeans, dude. I appreciate it, man. You put on a heck of a show tonight. Drive for Diabetes, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys. I appreciate it, everybody. I look forward to seeing y'all next time.
All right, and we are live on YouTube, so if you want to check out the race in the post, we're up there, buddy.
Hey, thank you. Hey, thank to all the viewers tonight. I'm sure you guys did a heck of a job with the broadcast. I'm going to go check it out and give it a thumbs up.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Keith Haney in that 87 machine visiting Loose Lug Nuts Victory Lane 2 nights in a row, Brian. And pretty strong on the dirt, which is where Loose Lug Nuts will be racing tomorrow night. Now joining us in the booth is our race sponsor or co-sponsor, Michael Jeans, the man behind this Drive for Diabetes night, the guy with the vision and the idea and wanting to do this. Michael Jeans, welcome to Loose Lug Nuts post-race
Victory
show
Circle, Bob. We're in
here
Victory
on Lug Nuts
Circle.
TV.
Well, some people are in Victory Circle. I'm over there.
Now we're all hanging out in Victory Circle. Jeez.
Well, Michael, tonight's about Drive for Diabetes, and as long as we get the word out about the cause and get some awareness, get some folks donating to the cause, everybody wins, and that's really what tonight was about, wasn't it?
Of course, that's what it's all about. You know, John kind of mentioned this several months ago, and I just, you know, took what I had and ran with it best I could. You know, I got a good friend that works for Roush Fenway, and you know, he was on the 16 car for Ryan Reed last year. He actually moved over to the 6 car this year for Bubba. So, but I always get to go to the races at Texas, go in the garage and see all the guys, and just having that inside, you know, being able to interact with Ryan and Bubba and getting them to, you know, to give some stuff so we could do this.
Hey, Michael, I don't want to interrupt you. What does the winner of tonight's race get for winning tonight?
Okay, you don't want to interrupt me, but you're going to.
That's right.
I have a autographed pair of driving gloves from Ryan Reed.
All right, let's pause this real quick. I'm going to bring Keith Haney back into the booth, okay?
Okay.
All right, hey, Keith, we're bringing you back up into the booth. You still there? Keith Haney, 87. You still there? You got your ears on?
Hey, guys. I think I heard somebody yelling at me.
Yeah, I'm yelling at you. Hey, you're back up here in the booth with Brian Tribble and Bob Wells and Michael Jeans, our race sponsor. And we kind of missed an important piece of the puzzle. You did win this evening. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Michael Jeans, tell him what he's won.
Okay. You get an autographed pair of driving gloves from Ryan Reed.
Man, Mr. Michael, I appreciate it so much, man. That's really awesome, and man, you're definitely a heck of a guy for putting all this on and doing that, because I mean, we don't deserve it. You really are the one that deserves it for putting on all this. I wish we could give you something.
Well, no, you don't owe me nothing. Like I said, this was, you know, I'm lucky enough to get to go and meet these guys and do some of this stuff. You know, John really Hendricks, he's the brain kind of behind this. You know, I just ran with what I got. You know, knowing the right people. You know, my good friend Troy Phillips, he should be out there watching this. There at Richmond, he may not be. He may be in bed already. But you know, I appreciate everybody coming out and just, you know, trying to bring awareness to this stuff.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me. I shared it around. I actually have a family member that died from diabetes a long time ago. It took her feet, and I mean, it really got a hold of her pretty bad.
Well, that's good. Like I said, I'm glad you're here.
All right,
I appreciate it, Mr. Jeans.
We're gonna touch base with you later on today, and get some information for you. So make sure you get those gloves. But congratulations again on winning the race, and it's really cool. Cool. I think it's the coolest prize the Loose Lug Nuts have ever given away. So congratulations on winning those gloves.
Yes, sir. I agree, and I appreciate it, guys.
All right, brother. So that was Keith Haney, your winner. Back it out there. Michael Jeans, what else do you have for us?
Well, we got a hat for Justin Michaels, autographed Lido's hat from Bubba Wallace. I'm gonna send to Justin and our viewer. I got a Ryan Reed, an autographed Ryan Reed Lily's Diabetes hat for our viewer.
And
whichever one you pick.
Can you imagine the excitement behind all the viewers who are still watching or not? But all that have watched and randomly threw in a number. There's a number in my head the entire time. This is no secret to those who know me. My number was the number 22 because I'm a big Joey Logano fan. And I believe, as those online guessed, Amanda Stewart picked 24, probably because she's a Chase Elliott fan. And that makes her the closest. So Amanda Stewart is going to be our winner tonight.
Amanda's my girlfriend.
Well, I was
listen, I didn't tell her what was going on.
Yeah, that'll be, I'll save a postage stamp there.
Yeah, you
a
will.
little saving on the shipping.
I'm not gonna.
Well, you can put that money you were gonna use in the shipping. You can check it out at diabetes.org and donate, Ben.
Yeah, the actual Bubba Wallace hat that I had set aside to give away was the one that she was wearing, that she got signed from him.
There you go. Well, she gets to keep.
Closet.
She gets to keep it if she wants. If not, I'm sure we're gonna have another exciting race about a month from now for another cause. We'd be happy to give stuff away. But no, I did not know she was your girlfriend. I did not know who she was, and that number was in my head way before she picked her number. And we gave everyone a fair shot. So
that's awesome.
There's no rigging the system here. So Amanda Stewart with the win, picking the right number or close to the right number.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys. And I'll be back at the racetrack in November, and when they come back to Texas, and maybe I can grab some more stuff and we can do this again.
You bet. And 1 month from now, our next special cause race, Brian, will be for CHD, and this is one that's near and dear to my heart. A lifelong friend of mine has a daughter with that, and looking forward to getting to that one. Still in the works of developing where and what we're going to be racing that night. But a great night for the fans that have watched. Please go to diabetes.org. A lot of great stories. The Ryan Reed story is on there, of course. Plus, you can donate and help folks out. 30 million Americans suffer diabetes and fight this challenge every day of their life, Ryan. And I think it's fair to say that all of us know somebody with diabetes, and the challenges that these folks have to go through is something to be seen, and they need our help and need our love, and that's what the night is really about. Plus, we had a great race out there on track as well.
Amen, brother. So thanks for that. Thank you, Michael Jean, so much for bringing some prizes on board. That was really, really cool of you. And we look forward to getting into some dirt track racing tomorrow night. Where are we racing tomorrow night, Bob?
Tomorrow night, Lug Nuts. We do have our Legends street stocks, pro late models, and 360 sprints at Eldora. 4 race nights, 4 hours of sideways, mud kicking, dirt action, Brian. It should be great. That action will be on Lugnut TV, and we will see Brian Tribble on track.
Getting dirty. Whoop.
Yes, getting dirty. Brian, one-time winner in pro late models, of course.
The one-time winner.
Yes, a one-time winner. And for the folks watching that want to be a part of Loose Lug Nuts, check us out in iRacing League. We have a lot of great stuff going on, Brian. Monday night, we have the Mad Mazda Mini Stocks in action on short tracks. Check out this unique to iRacing concept, MX-5s on the short tracks. Got a low turnout, Brian, on Monday, but about better part of 20 laps side by side on a short track was really damn cool. Wednesday night, we do have our Legends Dirt Series at 7:30. Trucks, which we do broadcast 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. I believe Truck Series heads off to the track Too Tough to Tame this week, Darlington, I believe. Brian, I'll have to double check the schedule on that. Tomorrow night, dirt racing at Eldora. All this action on Lug Nut TV. And next Friday night, Bumper Run Late Models back in action as that season continues. So a lot of great stuff going on. So check us out. It's Loose Lug Nuts Racing on the iRacing page and on Facebook. And of course, before we go, Brian, I want to take one last run through our sponsors. Of course, this was the Drive for Diabetes race, diabetes.org. Check it out, hit them up, and give them a little love. Over the Top Paints and Designs. Most of the cars on the track tonight were painted by the painters at Over the Top Paints and Designs. And if you want to look your best on the track, look Over the Top. Billy Wise, the Wise Guys, in studio now, working on a CD. Don't listen to dub music. Listen to the Wise Guys. Bowtie Apparel. You don't need a bow tie to look good. You just need bow tie apparel.
And let's not forget
racegear.com.
racegear.com. That's right.
That's right. Find out what the hell happened in qualifying at Richmond. Check them out, racegear.com. Keep up with all the NASCAR news. Brian, was a real good time. Definitely love being behind the wheel on iRacing. Love being behind the mic in the broadcasting booth on Lug Nut TV. And another great Friday night, Brian. And just want to thank all of the fans that tuned in, not only live, but we'll be watching this on demand. Another good broadcast, a little technical glitch here and there, but that happens with live TV. Brian, any final thoughts from you before we close the curtain on another show?
Not really, Bob. This is a good one. I love the giveaways. I like the online interaction. We need to build on this, so I'm pretty pumped. It's exciting stuff. Congratulations to our winner, Keith Haney. Always very excited to see Justin Michael. That's like the Prince coming to your middle school dance. Glad he showed up and raced with us hard. And then Mark Jackson coming in third. The crowd favorite, I think. So we had a fantastic race. This is what it's all about. And hopefully we can continue this on every Friday night on Loose Lug Nut TV.
That's right. And before you leave our YouTube channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. So you get alerts to when you have to listen to myself, Brian, or whoever else.
Sounds painful.
And once again, thank you guys for watching. This is Loose Lug Nut TV, calling it at night.
Peace.
County, this is Wise Guys.
Do you know the ABCs of diabetes? Help lower your chances of heart attacks, strokes, and other diabetes-related problems. The A stands for A1C, which is a test that measures your blood sugar levels. These levels, if high, can harm your heart and blood vessels, kidneys, feet, and eyes. B stands for blood pressure. High blood pressure can lead to a heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure. C stands for cholesterol. High cholesterol also can cause heart attacks or strokes. Be aware and get healthy today.